Incidentally, I have a happy news to share. In our
Please.
complex,
Yes.
rooftop solar has been inaugurated today, and
Wonderful.
the saving is considerable.
Of course it
From
is.
what it has been, the common electricity charges, it used to be around 80,000.
Yeah.
It has come down to maybe 30,000 rupees. It was inaugurated by the local MLA, Mr.
Nice.
Vishwanath, who is also the BDA
Hmm.
chairman.
Right.
And we had a function, and it is one of the first in India
Right.
to get this UL certificate,
Right.
and inaugurated, I mean, with the 49.7, around 50 kilowatts.
Excellent. 50 kilowatts means you're doing about 75,000 units.
Around 80,000 units.
80,000
Yeah,
units. Yeah.
yeah,
Good, good, good. In fact, 2, 3 hours ago, I spoke to Vikram Rai,
yeah,
and he said he is going to be at this solar rooftop meeting, and Meera is also joining you all. Meera is from Citizen Matters.
yeah.
She must have come, no? He said there is some meeting now in the evening. And so he was not sure if he'll join us, but I've told him to join us because,
That is at 6 o'clock. They're
at
meeting
six
at
o'clock.
6 o'clock
That's the evening.
because
Yeah.
today he said 6 o'clock there.
There he is.
Incidentally, our secretary, Mrs. Satish Malle, is also in that BAF forum,
Okay.
and they're going to address the media today on this solar. And in fact,
Okay.
the BDA
Okay.
chairman was telling that we need to have input from our apartment so
Uh-huh.
that he can implement in all the BDA apartments.
Well, I mean, you know how it is. It's the simplest thing to do, actually.
Yeah.
And in fact, those challenges of grid instability, we used to have a problem with the Electricity Regulatory Authority
Yes.
earlier,
Yes.
with the CERC, and then with the state authority also. Now that has also been resolved to an extent. That is if you put out only solar power in the day between 10 and 3 p.m. or 3:30 p.m., the grid becomes unstable because it has to take this extra feed for
Correct.
5-6 hours. So that
Correct.
challenge is also being met. There are some pilot projects that are going on or are going to start soon and all that. So you all of you know that Karnataka had announced in 2016 a 5-year policy for 2022, which said that they will have 1,300 GW, or is it what, 1,300? Not 1.3 GW, right? That means what, which is 1,300 kilowatts, like, sorry, 13,000 kilowatts or so. What happened is they could not manage to do any more than about 130 or 150 kilowatts as of some 3-4 months ago, not even reaching 1% of the target that was set. So the government is also keen on ensuring that these solar rooftops happen. Thanks actually to what Vikram mentioned or listed in the last session, we got to doing some thinking, and we will present that now. This is what Nishant said, and he said, well, we had to put together an action plan. So what are the elements of the action plan? We said to ourselves, we will see how we can posit some few thoughts before you. Remember that there is no meeting like this anywhere. There are sustainability meetings, and I'm a champion of maybe 1,000 such meetings. All of them will have only people who are already converted to sustainability. We rarely have meetings where there are people who are non-converts, shall we say. Next slide from here was about, yeah, someone just tap that on, please, onto the next slide. Since you are the host, I can't do it. There you are. That's what Ravi Kumar said. And well, you all know what that means. How do we bring that in? And as a matter of fact, today, Vikram and other people in BF, as Suresh Bhai said earlier, they are doing something at one apartment, which is going to give them something like 80,000 units of power off grid, which is on their own local grid. And even if I were to multiply it by, say, 8 rupees, you know how much that brings in as savings, money that does not go to the ESCOM. And there is an investment that is made. The investment is extremely viable. Go on, please. The next one. Capture imagination of school children, said Mr. Handigol. I don't know if he's there today, but this is something that we have talked about. Usha Kini has spoken to a few schools and she will possibly share with you some details of what schools are saying or what 1 or 2 institutions which work with schools are saying. Next one. Next one. Bhavya, you have to mute yourself. Yeah. That's Sitapati Rao. And he didn't say very much. He said, create a single point agenda. Now, what that means is something that he will possibly expand upon, or we can all decide. As a matter of fact, if you look at what Vijay Nishant said and what Mr. Sitapati Rao has said, it seems to be the same. Create an action plan. And between Vikram Rai and Ushakini, they came up with a few thoughts. Okay, the next one. Now we will tell you in the next, probably the next 6 to 7 minutes. Bhavya, get on to the next slide. That's what, this is Elan. I don't know if Elan is there today. I think 2 people said this. Sakid Saraf also said this. He's also supposed to have joined the meeting. I have not checked the participants list. Go on, please. Next one. This is Radhika, the young girl. She's no more than about 25 or 26. She's an architect from the NIIT in Bhopal. She says we have to create examples that inspire. Well, lots of examples exist, as you all know, as some of you senior people here know. How do we highlight such examples? Well, we are doing it through social media to whatever. There are buildings which are 25, 30 years old. I mean, projects that were created in 95, in 2000. Even I have created such projects. But it has not meant anything as impact. People still remain where they are, as Vikram himself says, as the BAF, General Secretary. He says, look, I'm not able to bring much of change. We'll see what that means to all of us. Go on. Well, you know what that means. And he's himself been working on many of these things. As he said the last time, he's done some staggering work with multiple thousands of flats. And we will hear more from him also probably as we go along. Remember that he is a solution provider himself. But what we need is people who are on the other side of the table, who are either skeptical of all these wonderful things called sustainability, or are on the edge of that decision. They don't know how to go about it. Go on, next. Next, please. Yeah, that's the challenge. Now I go to what Vikram Rai told us. He said, if you say that there is 1,000 crore liters, great. At least you put a number to it. So where are the sub numbers, he asked us. And this is what I want to first put as the problem or the opportunity that we have before us. We are 1.5 crore people. Even if you take 150 liters per day per person, general math, it tells us that our demand today is 225 crore liters. That's human consumption alone and not industry or anything else. BWSSB takes that figure to be only 1 crore people. They take 135 liters per day, and therefore it is 135 crore. Why 135 liters? Many of you know that it's the National Building Code figure, and we all take that figure, assume that figure, but we know in our apartments the figure is much more. Now, the third one, central AC buildings, and I will go into this in some detail in the next slide. Central AC buildings alone cost about 8,000 crore liters. We did some math. We will show you how. We are open to being corrected on what we have done. BWSSB gives us only 80 crore liters. That is, they give us about 130 crore. They themselves say that we lose about 50 crores or 40% on leakages, and therefore we get about 78 to 80 crore liters every day from Kaveri, from BWSSB. Now, if you multiply the daily figure into 365 days, we get about 90 to 91,000 crore liters. We are saying we want only 1,000 crore liters to be saved in the entire year, which is less than 1%. Remember that this Kaveri is giving us, or whatever the official water supply mode is giving us only 30% today at 90,000 crore liters, as against about 230 or 240,000 crore liters that the city needs. Next one. If you want me to stop here, if anyone wants to stop me and speak, you're welcome, please. Now look at these 6 red bar charts. The smaller charts that you see, for instance, we have this perception, oh, these malls, they consume a lot of water. Their central air conditioning consumes water. We did our math. We found that we have about 25 or 26 malls in Bangalore, and each of them consume about 1 lakh liters per day for their central chiller plant. The total at the basic math, and I can explain that later, is only about 100 crore liters in a year. Even if it is, it's in crores, all right, but relatively, it's a very small figure. Then we found all these air-conditioned cinema theaters, it's only 300 crore liters. Then we found that interesting one, 4,000 crore liters is, Bhavya, that is, I think, the IT parks and such. That figure came to about 4,000 crore liters in a year, not much again. These three things that are sticking out are the human consumption things. Our apartments, and we can tell you how we arrived at this 18,000 crore liter figure later. That is one big figure that's showing up. My own understanding, I must confess, before I did this, we did this maths in the last 3-4 days or maybe 1 week, is that somehow I used to think residential is not the big challenge. We must try and see how we address industry, the commercial building owners, IT park owners, because those are people who are in business and they will understand what savings mean more quickly than, let us say, the RWA people. That was the notion or impression I carried until I did this exercise, and I found that just these three on the bar chart, you can see between the three, it is showing about, say, 43,000 crores. Actually, there is a big lot that is left out here of other people beyond this. If we say that 130 crore liters is every day, and if I multiply it by, your 365 days, it will more or less come to about 45-50,000 crores liters there. But there are some gaps there in our own understanding. This is only some broad figures we have put up for discussion. Industry is a very small figure. We took 1 lakh units of 1 lakh industrial units or MSMEs in Bangalore, which are existing between Pina and Birdi and others. Many of them are not working post-COVID, but we did some very conservative estimates and put that figure at 4,500 crore. Hospitals, we find that we are about 248 or 250 hospitals, which are centrally air conditioned in Bangalore. I'm going by data that I have received from industry associations. And that comes only to about 1,000 crore. Again, not a very large figure. Our Gangappa, Murthy Gangappa told us RO reject water is a very dangerous figure. I find that figure to be only 200 crore liters. Now, this what we did. Next slide, Bhavya, if you don't mind. You see this. If I take malls, how do I explain this? Totally, it is showing 100 crore liters. If I go back to what Vikram asked us, how do we put a sub number as a target and see that the malls are also reducing at least their water consumption for chiller plants, not for human consumption. Now, if I say that, I can give you two examples. There is one something Soul Mall, and there's one more called the Orion Mall in Bangalore. Both of them today have saved about 80,000 to 100,000 liters per day by putting up a certain kind of health grade water system, which recycles 100% of the water, actually 92% of their water. They take only some 7-8% as top-up water. Their entire central chilling, their air conditioning runs without purchase of fresh water from bore wells and therefore water tankers and so on. So is this something we want to do for a small saving that it is showing up on the larger grid that we saw? Next one is similarly, if you see the next slide, theaters, not too much. Because the number of theaters also, the data is available with me. We can always discuss it if you can ask me what we want to do with that. And many of you as Action Forum members, you will have to tell us, how do we put a sub number as a target for this 1,000 crore liters on malls or theaters and so on. Next one, please. We did one exercise for small restaurants, 4,000 crore liters only. Now, if I were to take a small Darshini, I find that in a Darshini, please go back to the earlier slide. Yeah. I find that in a Darshini, even if I have 1,000 people eat there, and if I were to take only 20 liters per person, in terms of the cooking need, washing need, and so on, it becomes 20,000 liters in a day. It becomes therefore 6 lakh liters and 72 lakh liters for one Darshini. So we looked at the total number of Darshinis and we came up with this figure of about 4,000 crore liters. Where are they getting their water? They don't get municipal grid water. Very, very few of them get Kaveri water. If they are in the old part of the city, they may get. But otherwise, they're only buying tankers. You must have seen it also. They have to again have this. Everybody is one water utility. They put one store, some tank, and then they'll put something up on as an overhead tank on buildings. So everyone becomes one sub water utility, like a mini BWSSB. Go on, please. Go on. Anything else? Yeah, apartments. You know the story. I'm not going to tell you any more on this one. The interesting thing in a city like Bangalore, next one, please, is that we are a lateral city. So the individual homes is much more than most other cities. Bombay doesn't have as many individual homes as Bangalore does. I mean, for historical reasons. I don't want to say more, but there is a large number that goes on individual homes. And the next one, please. And their per capita consumption is higher than of apartments. Slums. Slums, actually, the interesting thing here is that per capita consumption is only about 60 liters to a person. They consume much less. The poorer consume much less than the richer lot or the middle class lot. Many of us consume about 150, 200 liters. But nobody has 2,000 slums in Bangalore, of which only 400 plus slums have been recognized by the Slum Development Board. People like Anita Reddy have been working on it from 1989 or 1990. But we have no solutions for them. They buy water at 250 rupees per 1,000 liters. When you and I get it at 80 rupees, 90 rupees if you get Kaveri water. If you are in an apartment, you're buying at about 120 to 150 or sometimes 100 rupees per 1,000 liters from your tankers. And then you treat it and you spend another 20, 30 rupees. Still, you are paying only half what that slum person pays. Go on, please. Industries, I don't want to dwell on this. I told you 1 lakh units, etc. Even is there a sub number target that we can put, as Vikram was asking us last time? Next one, please. He gave us too much homework, but we managed something. Hospitals, I told you this. I don't want to say more. In hospitals, what happens is no hospital management will accept any change or any what is it called value add on their air conditioning, because for them it is sacrosanct. No hospital wants to see that they do anything about their air conditioning, so they refuse to accept any solutions, even if they are offered. Next one, I think we are done with that. Go on, Bhavya. Anything else to show? There, RO reject water. This we put up thanks to Murthy Gangappa. He has been working on reject water solutions. He came up with a simple thing, and I will share that with you now because he is part of the sub-action group that we have formed. First action group was formed in the last 15 days after the first session. He says, if I were to take, let us say, 100 flats in an apartment, 100 flats, each of you, if you take, let us say, that RO purifier that you have in your kitchen, you are putting out, let us say, you use 10 liters per day, 3 liters you are putting out as reject water. Now, without spending too much time, I can tell you that if you were to collect reject water in a glass, the water will look as innocent and transparent as regular water. You can drink it and die in the next 1.5 hours. I'm being dramatic, but the protein content in such RO reject water is very, very high. You can all read about it. Today, it is all available on websites also. But the challenge is that it is only 200 crore liters. What do I do to recycle when I have to get 1,000 crore liters of saving for Bangalore? Suresh Pai said last time very hearteningly for all of us, why 1,000 crore? We must have 5,000 crore liters as a target, he said. Go on to the next one, please. That's it.
No, I think since we are on the discussion of the various segments and how we can save, why don't we just carry that forward if any of the participants have anything to...
Okay, then if that is so, thank you. I will then request Vikram Rai because he has a meeting at 6 o'clock and it's 5:38 now. What would your response be in a way that you help us further the thinking from this point, Vikram? And at each of the sub numbers, how do we form action groups to bring activity and not just listen and go away?
Yeah. No, makes sense. I think thanks, Hari, for putting these numbers out. I mean, you mentioned saying that I gave you a lot of homework, but I think this is very useful, eye-opening homework, right?
Absolutely.
So I think the numbers, it's useful to have a context to the size as well as the relativity of the size as well, right? To be able to say that, and hence those numbers, bar charts are definitely useful. For example, I took a quick picture of that comparative chart so that I think that's something which we need to absorb more and more on a day-to-day basis, right? What is the comparator consumption on a daily basis across different categories is what we need to absorb first of all. And secondly, I think then each of those categories then need like you rightly mentioned, an action plan, right? And how can different people, different sets of people, including people like us who can contribute towards each category in taking ownership, right? Not just like you said, listening and going back, but yeah, breaking it down further now, right? Now, my mind is saying that, if you're talking about 80,000 crore liters in apartments, now how does that break down to the members that we represent? What are the sizes? Is there any characteristics and patterns in terms of like we typically tend to look at within apartments itself, different sort of categories and segments of apartments, right? Small, medium, large complexes, which not only have residential consumptions, but also a lot of common area consumption, landscaping, put together everything, right? So we look at even interventions and solutions at 2 or 3 different levels, right? The capability to intervene as well, right? Cost and all that. So I think now it will be useful, yes, one for each of that category to break those numbers down, right? And look at what are some of the specific translations to the 1,000 crore goal, right? We are talking about 1,000 crore goal being now broken down also in comparison, right? And say that, can we set targets within 1,000 crore water savings?
That's right.
And within that targets, then how do we break it down? Like, for example, I would definitely want to look at thinking through saying that how do we break a target for apartments into different kinds of interventions, basically, right? So I think that's the way to go forward. Yeah, absolutely looking forward to that path.
Okay. I'll give you one response to what you said about what apartments can do, since you have at least reach and influence, even if you can't actually convince them to make decisions in apartments at BAF. I would say, if I were to take, like I did the last time, and it bears repetition because there are a lot more wonderful leaders who are present today. I will acknowledge them individually later. I will say this to you all, that if I have an apartment which is taking, let us say, 100,000 liters, it is consuming, let us say, 600 liters per house. Let's assume, typically it is about 800. That means what? I'm talking of an apartment at 150 flats. Today, the PCB has given us a mandate, a law, a legislation, which says that you must have an STP. I know that even Vikram Rai lives in an apartment which doesn't have an STP. Now, if you put in an STP, what happens? That 1 lakh liters, like he said rightly, at the infrastructure level of gardens and car wash and a few things like that, they, even toilets, for instance, if they were to invest some money on plumbing lines. See, old apartments, if they are built in, say, 2005 or 10, the RWA will not want to put money into creating new lines for taking dedicated flush tank lines from the STP. If you did all that, you're still going to spend only, use up only about 50% of the water. That means on 1 lakh liters, you still have 50,000 liters that you have not used. Unfortunately, Srinivas is not here today from PCB, but he has put a deadline, as you know, Vikram, and a notice must have come to your apartment as well as to BF, must have got a copy, of course, which says that before January 31, he wants all apartments to have some sensor-based measure of the water that they are putting outside of their campus. So let's say I'm in a 1 acre campus. I have got some X number of flats and apartments or whatever, blocks and towers. And I drive out so much what he says. I first want to know how the apartment RWA will put up a meter at the discharge point in a way that he records it in his office. In fact, he has done that for all these MSMEs in Pina and other places, and he's getting a real-time, real data sort of situation for industry. Now, if let us say BAF or all apartments voluntarily, forget about the law and mandate and such things, were to decide to put such a sensor, at least we get to measuring. Then will come, like you said, Vikram, the managing of it. Well, he might want to respond, or anybody else can also respond. Vikram, anyone opens out and talks, Vikram will stop. Otherwise, he will talk now. Okay, go on, Vikram.
No, I think, I'm a great believer of, what gets measured gets managed, right? That's fundamental core philosophy of what you need to do. And even within BF, we're bringing a sense of behavior and understanding to say that as much as of data that we are able to gather, in a good sense, see, people don't look at seeking information in a very kind sense, right? Because everybody is very, delicately cautious about, hey, what is going to happen? Right. I think the fundamental approach to that output measurement is correct, but I would I think Mr. Srinivas and team to be a little bit more consciously collaborative about it, basically, right?
Willing to be. Last week too.
Because
please.
Because I think, and I've said this to them multiple number of times when we speak, I think they need to break the whole demarcation between Sarkar and community, right? And make themselves much more friendlier for initiatives like this. Otherwise, everything will be seen with a great degree of suspicion, right? So I think the approach is correct. The method to doing that needs to be well thought out to be able to do that. But I mean, absolutely in sync with the whole adage of being able to measure comprehensively, so that we can bring in solutions which can help then manage that better.
If I were to,
and just to add, yeah, I think I mean, we have today technology which is cost-effective, IoT-based sensors, etc. I think it will make it very simple. That won't be a challenge at all, right? So you're not talking about a significant installation of an STP for an old apartment. Yes, I think that will have a lot of management challenges to convince people. But putting, I think, measurement systems which simply, for example, about 2 to 3 years back, we ran a campaign for installation of low-cost water aerators, which was reasonably successful, which gets, I think, which gives good impact on a low cost. And having said that, whether it is constantly fixed, not fixed, etc., needs to be questioned. But it's definitely, I think, it was easier to push that because cost was not a challenge, right? The price was not a challenge.
Fair enough. See, as far as anyone else who wants to respond, please, at this point, what he has said is that if we can put up a sensor, then if you can measure, we can always manage better. My experience in many apartments has been that if the moment you put a digital meter of that kind or some sensor for measure, don't ask me why, there's a clear 10 to 15% drop in the consumption from the households. Over to anybody who wants to speak about this. We need action on this. We need to form a small action group. We will see that we go to BAF, to other RWAs, in order to ensure that they all work toward putting up a sensor and we connect it back to PCB. I take his point. There has to be a good human face between government and community. I will ensure that PCB comes up with something like that. Over to anybody who wants to speak on it, please.
I have just one point, sir.
Yes.
Now, I like the way Mr. Vikram Rai just now told, what gets measured gets managed, right? In that context, I will extend the measure part to a little bit more. Measurement is maybe through meters or whatever it is. I'm going to the next point of saying inventory. When I say inventory, I just want in the next meeting, somebody who is into this particular ideology of saving water to come and say that, yes, in our flat complex, there's no rainwater harvesting, but I have got 2 defunct bore wells. So if he is coming to the meeting, then from then on, I will not take more than 1 or 2 minutes in interacting with him in the next meeting. I can have an individual session with him as to how we can convert the defunct bore well as a recharge well.
Okay. Anyone who is living in an apartment who is in this group, do you want to take Mr. Sitapathi's generous offer? He is a consultant. He actually charges money. He says, he told us the other day, he's also part of the sub-action group. He says, I will give advice free. Anyone can talk now, please. Anyone who's living in an apartment who wants to take Mr. Sitapathi Rao's advice. By the way, he has done up to about 1,200, 1,300 flats, various apartments. Go on.
If not in this group, any of the friends group where
I agree.
they're living in a flat complex. Yeah. And the inventory, I would like to stretch it. First of all, if you don't have data, then we can't go to action mode. So the first inventory which I have told is regarding the flat complexes which you don't have rainwater harvesting but have defunct bore wells. The flat complexes which do not have ST. So the data collection will form the basis to go into the action mode in the next level.
Right.
I have one request from outside.
Yes, sir.
We are Century in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
We have cleaned up our rain harvesting pits around our apartment, and our rain harvesting pits are working fine. We have 4 bore wells. Out of that, only 1 is very well functioning. Other 3 are dormant. Now, right. I want help on this, how I can rejuvenate these 3 bore wells.
Wonderful. What is your name and can you give us your number, please? We will get Mr. Sitapati to speak to you. Free consulting.
I am Prabhu. I am Prabhu.
He is Mr. Shivananda Prabhu, president of our association, Century Saras.
Thank you.
Here. He is the president. In fact, I have made him a non-convert to convert.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Suresh Pai. Mr. Sitapati Rao, please speak to Mr. Pai. Both of you are also ex-colleagues. It's a small world. And see that Mr. Prabhu's question is taken up. They are about 130 flats. I think it is an ideal kind of a thing. They are between two keres, Vikram. They are between the Puttenhalli kere in Yelahanka, not the one here in in JP Nagar, and the other it's called the Atur kere.
Yeah.
So between the two, they come as a small apartment. It was a Century apartment built some years ago. Our Suresh has been living there for the last 3-4 months. He came from Chennai. But now, since our last meeting, we had another action group meeting. And now you can see the outcome of it. Thank you so much, Suresh Pai, for having discovered this. Sitapati Rao, I don't know how to say thank you to you. You're very grateful to you for helping them first. Let's get this first round. Let's get a few people to do it. Let's not worry about money. I know that people are not willing to pay for ideas in India, but we'll see how we can work this out. So this is one first action. Anybody else who wants to take Mr. Sitapati Rao's offer? Anyone else living in any other apartment? I can see that Kanchana Ganesan is also here, who is an architect. Oh, I thought.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. If you want to speak, I know you also live in an apartment, if I'm right. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I live in Tata Sherwood, and there are around 375 apartments.
Right.
Very slowly, they've been working on their monitoring their water consumption.
Okay.
But I haven't been actively involved in it, but I do know that they've installed low flow systems for taps and all.
Sure, sure.
There is rainwater harvesting also happening, and then SPP as well. But yes, it will be nice if I can connect him with the RWA also.
There's another way of doing it. Just as Mr. Sitapati Rao said, he is 77, by the way. He lives in Hyderabad. You know, he's a guy, I mean, he's a person I know for maybe the last 15 years. He and his brother, both wonderful people. I invited him last time. Without question, he was here. Now, what you could do perhaps is, as he said, initially we need some base data. That is, do they have at all an RWH sort of installation or system? Second will be, are there defunct borewells, as he said? Exactly. You know, if he knows these two things, then he will know how to come in with some. If you can help with that much, you can connect with Bhavya. Bhavya has put her whatever phone number there. She will connect you to Sitapati Rao.
Sure.
But thank you for responding. Anyone else who wants to come in, please. Gayatri, you are here. Dr. Gayatri teaches at the School of Architecture. She's an urban planner, heads the Department of Planning there. Gayatri, do you want to speak and say something as to what you can do to bring sense? This is not a webinar. We are not interested in people saying, well, it was very nice, sir. Not interested. We want action.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, Murthy.
Murthy, Heli Murthy.
Okay. And,
speak in English, it is better because there are a few who don't
okay,
know.
I will speak.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. And, thank you very much. And sir, I have a water conversion, water conditioner.
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday, ISRO people given one opportunity to me for installing that water conditioner.
Okay.
It will convert RO rejection water into usable water.
Okay.
They have 10 RO plants in their colonies. There are different area in colonies. One particular colony, they have 1,000 liter RO setup. That RO system is rejecting 3,000 liters every day.
No. If it is 1,000 liters, it will be 300 liters, unless it is 10,000 liters.
1:3.
Correct. 1:3.
RO rejection is 1:3.
Okay.
Okay. So that 3,000 liters every day going to the drain actually.
Okay.
Now I converted that rejection water into usable water. That means 3,000 into 365. 10 lakh liter water I am saving right now. And another 10 to 11, I need to do work one by one.
So you see, this is one more thing that will happen in these meetings. though we hate the idea of utilizing these meetings for business purposes, there will be people who will need the kind of solutions that Gangappa is providing, or let us say our Sitapati Rao is also doing. Sitapati Rao doesn't do it for money. He will do it because, he enjoys doing it. But there are a few other solution providers also who are present in these meetings. Is there anyone who wants to take up that? And I will go back to Gayatri again. You wanted to speak when Murthy came in. Gayatri? Yeah.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
So, basically, yeah, like all the points which you have mentioned. So what I think is to train the students who are like
Right.
tomorrow. So if we can bring this into some kind of curriculum or some kind of way.
Can you give us, since you're a teacher, can you give us say 10 people, and from this group of the Action Forum, we will see what we can sort of train them upon with some online sessions or whatever. We don't even have to meet physically. Is that possible? Can you lead such an action? And Usha Kini will guide some parts of it later.
Yeah, definitely I can. My planning students themselves can come.
Wonderful. How many people can we take as a number? Bhavya, please note. Say 10 students, maybe
whatever
more.
is the right sample. If you say 10 to 20 students is not a problem.
Lovely. We will find a few volunteers, people like Mr. Sitapati Rao, who will give them a simple, briefing on how it can be done. In any case, he is going to be working on the Saras apartments, which is in Yelahanka. Your college is also in Yelahanka.
Right.
Maybe when they are doing that exercise, your children can go there and also see if they can learn something or the other.
Definitely.
Because without doing, hands are the gateway to the mind. If you don't do it, it will not happen. Anyone else? It's 5:47. I want to go back to Vikram but before that, I want to have a few people speak. Anyone else who want to speak? Ram Babu, do you want to say something or do you want to listen today? Ram Babu, you can unmute if you like. Okay. Vijay Nishant. Vijay Nishant is a tree doctor. He's here. Thank you for being here today. You know what you said the last time. I want you to unmute and speak, please. Give us some thoughts. Nishant.
So what I'm thinking now, you're telling me to the resident and everybody,
right,
that some kind of a sensor has put and everything.
Right.
The moment you put a sensor and then before that one, we should see now water is a thing which is like which cannot be exactly used for as per the measures. So we have to create some kind of awareness for all the resident and the apartment people. What is the use of a water? What is the abuse of a water? This is a one single point I've seen it. It can enlighten those people, and they themselves can micromanagement it actually.
How do we do that? See, we can't ask volunteers to travel 40 kilometers to an apartment space.
No. What I'm saying is, Now, what I'm saying is, from this group, we can create a PDF or something, okay? And we can say, what is the use of water? What is the abuse of water? Okay. So rather than like, see now, putting a sensor, how much they use it and everything is different. Even a 1% or 2% who says, okay, this is a use of a water and this is abuse of a water. Or a child can make a go say, and use this PDF or whatever we send it from the our WOW forum or something. They can make their own changes and everything. Start reducing, and they can tell. They can make their own chart kind of a thing and say, we used to use this kind of a water, and today the family or the children, how they're using this much of water.
We heard you. We got your point. Mr. Nagaraj Rao, you have worked with several hundreds of apartments. Can you respond to him, please? Mr. Nagaraj Rao, please respond.
Yes, please. Mr. Vikram has already given the details about it. We should also think the number of people living in the apartments rather than the number of apartments per se. He rightly said the size of the apartment to be taken into consideration. So once we take the population of the apartments into consideration, we may arrive at a proper figure instead of taking the number of apartments. That's my concern. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir, did you got my point, what I'm trying to say actually? See, it's very important. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, Vijay, we can hear you. Carry on.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, like we see now the getting this number and other things are different. What we are trying to today, we have the technology, a smaller video format, a PDF or anything, where you say like what is your usaging for what and everything. Now, how can you divide that one? How can you use it? See, now when I go to my shower or something, usually I take one and a half bucket of water, and that is my decision. If the water won't go beyond that one actually. So like that, I know I can reduce a lot of water from there by micromanaging and telling them how to do it and use it properly. Itself is going to give a lot of advantage to us actually, and this doesn't need any like a effort for us actually. What I'm trying, like a smaller PDF or a video kind of a thing, we can send it to the apartments and everything and ask them to look into that matter and check them actually. They can they themselves can like monitor it actually, because even a slightest, whatever the percentage the apartment has it, if after whatever the education you're giving, 1% or 2% is water is saved without monitoring on without a monitoring, that is a great thing.
Yeah, point.
Is it okay? Is it okay?
Since it's fine. What you said makes sense. We can hear you very well.
Yeah,
Vikram, since you're going to be leaving, I'd like you to share some thoughts in response to what he has said and a couple of others have spoken also.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello, sir. Vijay Raj here, sir.
Vijay, before you speak, I will request Vikram to say something, and he has to leave in about 3-4 minutes. Yeah, and then I will listen to you, Vijay.
Yeah, I think I got what Vijay was mentioning as well, right? I think
Vijay, Nishant, yes.
Vijay Nishant, right? And we spoke about it in last session as well as to how do you make I think we all know we need to build awareness, right? I mean, there's no second thoughts about it, but as simple as the line reads, it's not as simple as to execute, right? Behavioral change is one of the toughest things to bring.
Exactly.
For example, in apartments, I look at behavioral change at 2 levels, right? There is a committee and a management committee, which is tasked.
I'll stop you there. I want to know whether we need behavior change at all. If everyone puts up the sensor, the water efficient fixtures, and the STP, of course, RWS being the fourth part, job is on.
Yes, theoretically yes, but I don't think so. Discounting behavioral change is the right way, right?
Vikram, what I'm trying to say is that, see, now till date, now what is not happening, that is not we are asking actually. What I'm telling you is this forum has to put an effort and relook into that matter. Now, behavioral changes, it will not happen or not. But what I'm saying is, we have to make an effort, come with a new idea, invention, and everything. In their thing, that is the effort, and that is action plan is required. We have to restart that. That is what I'm telling you.
Okay.
We have to come with the new ideas and the new thought in the same. See, it has to be done in a different manner. We might be having. That is what I'm. What we are saying, we should, because even like a smaller ideas to reach them itself will bring a lot of changes, and we really can't make because that non-convert will help us to convert it.
Nishant, you have said that before. We heard that point. We need a solution for that. Vijay Raj, can you speak, please?
Sir, I can just offer that if any of them need any of the walkthrough survey for rainwater harvesting, recharging of the borewells, and their water logging issues,
no,
I can offer them the solutions.
No. The question he's asking is, how do I change behavior? Can we give them 60-second, 120-second short films or whatever, some things like that where they can do it themselves? It's like a do-it-yourself. Are there any such manual, some small things that you have done at the Water Academy? Vijay Raj runs a Water Academy in Chikmagalur. Maybe you have printed some few things like that you can share probably.
We have a lot of case studies, sir, which have helped many of the big apartments and big industries.
Yeah, but case
we can say small movies are there.
see, the question that Vijay Nishant is asking is different. He's saying, give me some small things that I can do in my house. Maybe others should speak, or maybe Vikram should speak again before you leave, or someone else. Amit is here. Anyone can speak.
I'll quickly leave my closing thoughts.
Yeah.
Because I have to jump onto that.
See, I keep asking you because you have 40,000 apartments or maybe more with you. So you can make impact if you have bought into some of these sets of values we are talking about.
No, absolutely. I think, Dr. Hari, please, I'm completely bought into this, and as BF, we are super bought into this, right?
Right.
I think what would be useful and important is to now chart the next, as the name of the forum is, right? The action plan has to be, I think, is what is pulling me and exciting me, right? And probably in the next couple of sessions, that will get become more and more clearer.
Right.
The only additional point that I'm adding is that we would want that action plan. Of course, we'll work with you on that to help us translate that at a committee level, at an individual household level, to make it simple for them to consume, right? At the end of the day, the simplicity is very important. Else,
that's what Nishant is saying. Yeah.
You go to an individual household and talk about rainwater harvesting, they are not glued on to that, right? Because they are talking about it's very external to them. Maybe the committee people will be interested on rainwater harvesting systems because they're looking at cost, etc. But the individual, so we need to break it down at that two levels. We will have, of course, definitely, we have had some learnings over the last 3-4 years of working on campaigns like that, systems like that, and we would like to contribute some of our thinking and wisdom on that part, and look at taking a number, right, and say that how do we own one piece of that 1,000 crores number that we can drive, right, through our members, etc. Like you rightly said, today we have about 900 associations who are member, and between them, they are close to about 2 lakh households. So it could, if we get it right, and that's why I'm presupposing that I want to get it right. If we get it right, the impact can be significant. So looking forward to co-creating that plan as well with you.
Great.
Thank you.
I think you should leave because you got that other solar
Thank you.
meeting.
Thank you. Have a good meeting.
Yeah. Back to you, Vijay Raj. Vijay Raj, can you give something further, from whatever you have been doing? So you're there, Vijay? Yes.
Yeah, I am there.
Yeah, please speak. In a way that we are able to respond to what Vijay Nishant said.
Yeah, sir. For small individual houses also, what we can do, we have got a lot of short videos. How they can save. I will be sharing one video, such video, with everybody, so that it speaks how from in the household, what are the small steps you can see. In my house, we are 5 members and we are using only 93 liters per day.
Yeah.
So this is because of the small measures which have been taken up. So these things we can share in a small video.
That is 90 liters for the entire household.
Per person.
Per person, you're saying.
Yeah.
But that's not small anyway. Yeah. Okay.
And with a garden and everything. All put together.
Okay.
Sir. And so we can do that, sir. And we have got about more than 13 demo units around here. Anybody wants to see that, they can take them and take it for this one, sir.
Got it. I know. Tell them in the next 1 minute about the demo unit. Go on, please.
Sir, these are the working demo units which gives the different models of rainwater harvesting, rooftop rainwater harvesting, groundwater recharging, borewell recharging, and they are working model. So people can see them, seeing is believing. So they will be able to understand how they recharge their borewell, how they recharge the groundwater, or how they can reuse the water. So mainly we are concentrating on reusing the water because there is no point in putting back the water into the deeper aquifer and again using power to lift it back.
Correct.
So first reuse and then recharge. So these are the working models, and with audio video presentations. So we can play small presentations and small videos, whatever is there for households to reduce also. And we can make it a big event out of that.
I got it. From what we have heard in the last 1 hour, thank you for all the animated discussions and ideas. What I'm hearing is that we need an action group which will take, ideas of the kind that Vijay Nishant spoke about, and take from the action plan to committees to the flats. That is what I think Nishant is saying. When I say committee, I mean an RWA. So how do I take it to an RWA, and how do I then take it to a household level? Anybody who can speak on this in a way that we are able to form some simple action group. You see, we must remember that none of us can actually go out, meet people and persuade them. All that is unrealistic. I mean, I wouldn't do it myself. But if we are able to talk to people on the telephone, on the net, send out things that we all have as information, like Vijay said, Vijay Raj said, he will also send something. If we are able to share it, influence somebody to a point where then they say, okay, I will speak to Murthy Gangappa on some RO reject. I will speak to Vijay Raj on some RWH, or to Sitapati Rao, or to even our Nagaraj Rao. Then it makes sense. So will anyone speak on how we can do a small subcell which will work on an action plan? We will all be there to support it, which will take it to committees and take it to flats. That's a question. We have another 15 minutes to go.
Sir, can I tell an action plan for the student?
Please, please, thank you.
So just now, Mr. Vijay Raj Sodia told he has got working models of various types of rainwater harvesting structures.
Yes.
Now, in the same group, there's one lady who is a teacher. She said she volunteered to say, make about 10 students come forward to know something more about this thing. So this is exactly what happened. In the same group, there's one person who is having resources with him. That is models readily available or videos readily available. Just integrate his thoughts or hardware or whatever is available immediately to the student group. So it's possible.
Gayatri, can you speak? Dr. Gayatri.
Yes, sir.
Can you speak and ask Vijay Sisodia, whatever on what Mr. Sitapati Rao said?
No, his voice was breaking. I missed his.
Okay. Effectively, he's saying Vijay Raj has got lots of these demo machines. In fact, he's got a mobile machine also.
Okay.
You have got 10 people as students who want to learn, and we don't want them to learn alone. We want them to also act on it.
Right.
How do you both bring about some synergies in a way that the Action Forum wins? Okay.
What I mean to say, there's something readily available for the students to see the videos. So it is just a matter of, either the Muhammad should go to the mountain or mountain should go to the Muhammad. Simple. So they should have a common meeting place to show it to the students.
So we can provide that common place.
Vijay, please respond. Vijay Raj,
we can send the demo unit anywhere they want, sir. Not a problem.
Okay. What we'll do is, Bhavya, please note down. We will enable this. Okay?
Sir, we will going one step ahead. Any student want to participate in the seeing how the rainwater harvesting is done. Also, we can provide them.
Got that. Got that. You both will talk. Bhavya will interact. Karan is there. They are all the Altec team people. They will do. Kanchana Ganeshan, back to you.
Some place near our college itself, which can be a demo site for all the students, which they can incorporate in their design.
That is the demo site, which is called Saras Apartments. Mr. Prabhu is sitting there. He's here in the meeting. Mr. Prabhu, can you also be part of that group?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
I can be part of this group.
Wonderful.
And what we have done is we have installed water aerators in all the apartments.
Lovely. Yes.
This was not taken well earlier by the residents because they were not knowing about this. So what we took is we can teach elders through children. That was the idea we took. And we selected a few smart children and made one small video and circulated in our group, and everyone was convinced and there was no resistance for aerators. That video I can share also. I have that video, as well as we were consuming 45,000 liters of water every day. After installation of all the flats with aerators, it came down to 38,000. So 7,000 liters of water every day we could save. This was a considerable saving. Later on, what we did is we should not restrict it to ourselves. So what we did is on aerators of 3 types of aerators, we made a working model of aerator working, how much it saves. If you put this one, how much it saves. Working model. And we have selected the school children of 5-6 and set up a cell in our last BAF meeting, that annual general body meeting. There was one cell was ours, and everyone we have demonstrated, including the commissioner, how water can be saved. So this working model also is there, video also is there. We can share this both if someone needs it for their apartment.
Fantastic. Very, very lovely. I will talk to you. We will see that this video is also shared with people. But beyond that, what we will request you, Prabhu, is this. Vijay Raj and Gayatri, they will meet, they will get to understand a few things. Bhavya, Karan, some people will also be involved in the process. Then we take it to a point where we come to your apartment for this, whatever that Mr. Sitapati Rao is talking about. So Mr. Sitapati Rao will mentor the process. Vijay Raj will bring some demo models. Mr. Sitapati Rao is talking to you at Saras Apartments on whatever that you are asking for on the rainwater processes. And then we will see how we take it forward from there. At least we have got one, shall we say, initiative that has begun. We need 5,000 initiatives like this in the city.
I have one small question to Mr. Vijay Raj.
Yes.
So since he's already into, say, making some models readily available. So I saw one walkthrough video of BCIL long back, wherein you have shown the pathway where, say, some water is getting generated as a black water, a gray water, how they are integrated and things like that. So that is really going to be very, very effective. So supposing as the rain falls, what happens? So it passes through a percolation media. What is the first layer? What is the second layer? What is the third layer? How? So, I don't know. I think besides model, has he got any walkthrough video wherein, as the rain is falling from the skies, what exactly happens? So it can be through a software presentation, which people like us are not very much aware how to do it. So probably Mr. Vijay Raj has got the potential. BCIL itself can do it.
Fair enough. What I'll do is, I don't run BCIL anymore, Mr. Sitapati Rao. I've given it to other people who are running it now,
Wow.
So what I will do is this. I will get Gayatri, you, Vijay Raj. I will also be in that meeting. I will get Bhavya and Shakini and others to be there. We'll form a small action group. Let us see how we take this forward. Similarly, if Kanchana Ganeshan can respond on what she wants to do and she thinks she wants to be part of this action group, she is welcome to be part of it. You want to speak? Yes.
Yeah. So I think first small step would be to understand the water consumption in my own RWA itself.
Right.
And it's a proactive community because we have a small sustainability action group within the RWA itself. I was a part of it. And then basically the area itself has other apartment complexes in close proximity. So you have Shobha, you have Adarsh, and
correct. I know.
So once we start engaging with Tata Sherwood, then as a model, it can sort of.
In fact, we had last time, I don't know if he's here, another person from an apartment in the neighborhood of Sherwood. He spoke about some action that he will bring, but I can't remember his name just now.
I have one point. Resource is one thing, which say any association will first talk of. And I say resource is terms of money. So it may be a wishful thinking, it may be a figment of imagination. As a chartered accountant, I have one request, whether you can put up in the proper forum, sir. Now, we are 500 flat complex. Each one of us contributed about 2 lakhs as a corpus fund. The corpus fund is about 10 crores. And 10 crores, there is an interest coming approximately, for brevity's sake, I'm saying, 10%, 80 lakh, whatever it is.
Yeah.
On that, some 30% goes as tax. Correct. Right, sir? Now, is it possible for you as a chartered accountant and in your forums of chartered accountants to take it up seriously with the central government finance ministry to see that the amount which is derived as interest is not taxed? I am saying this for one reason. Now, if you are not going to tax, there's no money crunch. This money can be utilized for, laying dedicated plumbing lines exclusively for using STP treated water. Now, so if you do that, what happens? A lot of plumbing material gets sold. A lot of plumbers will get appointment. So it's a chain reaction. So I don't think anybody in the finance ministry would think in these lines, So as long as there is a clear-cut accounting that yes, this particular interest derived out of a capital is utilized for capital items. Now, will it not do a
very, very, Sitapti, I'll put it like this to you. It's a very interesting idea. Actually, for the last 11, 12 years, we already have what is called the AD route, the accelerated depreciation route, that has been provided particularly for things that are green, rainwater investments, anything to do with things that can make for ecological softer ecological footprint and all that. While that is there, we'll talk offline on this. This government has not been the most, responsive to these things. We will see. It's an interesting idea. As a matter of fact, just now, let me also tell you, Mr. Rao, as I wrote to you and to the rest of the people who are here, I have a mandate for 100 crores. What are they saying? They are saying we will not give this fund for anything that is not directing or is devoted to energy efficiency projects. They are even saying if it is renewable energy generation, which means supply side, they're not interested. They are saying if somebody is spending, let us say 1 million units in a month, and if somebody goes and says, no, sir, we can save 200,000 units, at 10 rupees, if I multiply what money is, they're saying they're willing to come in with investments up to 100 crores. All right. Now I have persuaded them further to say that if there is, let us say, 100 tons per day of waste in a town, that if it is going through a biomethanation or a bio-CNG process, and we are able to generate energy which can go back to the transportation sector as an import substitute for natural gas or for diesel and oil and all that, they are willing to see that they take that up. I have got them to approve that also now. So what I am saying is this whole landscape of green equity financing in the next 10 years, Mr. Rao, is going to change dramatically. Also, at the smaller level of an apartment, I have got people who are investors who are willing to say to me, sir, please tell us up to 1 crore, 1.5 crores, we are willing to invest there for a boot period of 5 years, 7 years. As a matter of fact, any of you, I mean, Kanchana was saying something, Gayatri is saying something, Saras has got some requirements, many others have got. Where people don't want to invest or they don't have a corpus fund. You have a corpus fund which is large. But where you don't have a corpus fund also, we can come in. There are people who are willing to come in. We will enable it. I mean, I'm not in the business of business these days. Okay, it's already 6:13, very close. We have claimed too much time. Unless anybody wants to add anything, the mic goes to Ushakini. Yes, Usha.
Yeah, just taking the idea of awareness among children, because it's coming up again and again. Yes. I think since we've already got something in place for children, I would suggest that the schools that we already have on our list, we should...
Hello, please mute. Ram Babu, please mute. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
I think we can carry it forward with those schools too.
Right.
And then, have a meeting with only the school children, the youth, as we were planning. So that will help in creating a foundation for that meeting. We can start on this and it can move from school to school.
Got that. Yeah, that's one point. Next, anything else that you want to say as concluding note for this meeting?
Yeah, the concluding note is that we have our second action group in place. So that's nice. We have 2 groups. And then the homework that we have is to work on the action plan.
Right.
So we need to form a group for that. And of course, our ongoing challenge, which continues, that we need a lot more people to come in for these meetings. So again, we request everyone who's here to spread this word. We will give you a lot more material on social media, which may help you to spread the word. But if we can have a larger group so that whatever we are speaking reaches out to larger numbers.
It reaches out to the non-sustainable group, yes, not the sustainability group.
Yes, I know. I must specify that.
Vijay, Raj, Vijay, all of you, see, look at the participants list. All of us are in this field. It is like, going into the church and being, preaching to the choir and all that. So what is happening is, we have to move from this into something where we have people who are not from these sustainability domains. if sustainability has to win, and if all of you who are committed practitioners have to win also. So I think her request is therefore, all of you, I mean, you can talk to me, to Bhavya, to Karan, any of us, please see how we bring more. If each of us brought 5-6 people, I'm not able to bring people who are from the non-sustainability area. Okay, well, point taken, we will capture that and send it to all of you also as notes. Mr. Sitapati Rao, last word from you before we close.
Nothing, sir. I'm glad that in this particular meeting we are definitely going into the path of action mode. So we are able to marry a problem and a solution in this meeting. So somebody is having models. The students would love to say, see model, something which is really, happening in their presence. And if it can be added, as I told you, even walkthrough videos will be a great source of inspiration for children. Yes.
Very nicely said. Very nicely said. I count on your very sage advice into the future. Also, you're an extremely humble man. To some of you who don't know him, he's a remarkable individual. I can't share certain details about the person, but the amount of courage, tenacity, perseverance that he brings is absolutely inspirational. What I will request all of you here, Himanshu, Amit, many others, Gayatri included, please see that you bring each of you 5-6 people, including Kanchana, Ganesh, and whoever. But don't bring us people who are already converted to sustainability. We don't want them. We want people who don't believe in these things, who are cynical, probably, but at least unbelieving of these things in order to see that we bring change. If, Usha Kini joined this because one day we spoke for probably 15-20 minutes, and she said, hey, this is not about solutions. This is about bringing change. And she's a broadcasting media professional. She was a director of Doordarshan Kendra for, until 2019. She bought into the idea, but why are we not able to bring more people is the question she has asked, and we need to see how we work on it. Thank you so much. It's 6:18.
So one word.
Yes.
I just would like to introduce Himanshu from Manana's Designs. So,
very nice. Wonderful. Himanshu, welcome to the group. Welcome to the group. You have listened to us today as an observer. Next time, maybe we want to listen to you speak and give us your thoughts and ideas. This is an equal forum. Ideas have no hierarchy. Anyone can speak.